Hello, it is Sunday, June 1st, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Sunday crossword today, which means we're going to be solving a big themed crossword, and it's got a name. This one's entitled Making Arrangements. That's very, very vague. It could be anything. I mean, all sorts of things are arranged as we fill out a grid, so we'll just have to find out what that's about. We'll do that soon enough. And today's hopefully very well-arranged edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by a new benefactor, Mike Williams. Thank you so much, Mike Williams, for joining the Daily Solve Patreon campaign and helping support this series every day. I really do appreciate it. It helps this whole thing keep going. And he's joined, of course, as always, by the indomitable Shoalmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. They're all benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. And if you'd like to help support the channel in that same way, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field below the video. Click the link in the description field where you'll find the bonus videos available to patrons and for benefactors like those I've just mentioned, including the recent sign-up Mike Williams, the Daily Solve official mug. Thanks so much to everybody who supports the channel at any level via Patreon. And let's get on with a crossword, shall we? This is entitled Making Arrangements. It's a big Sunday themed New York Times crossword, and it was constructed by a debut constructor, Sam Brody. So it's a day for debuts, I suppose. Welcome to Sam Brody, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Let's start solving, see what's going on with this big grid. All right, a warm shade of brown. Could it be sepia? Or ochre? I don't know. Unlikely flyers in a saying. Oh, pigs? When pigs fly, that's a saying. Warm shade of brown. Warm shade of white. Huh. Cream? Legal nicety, this being in all caps for some reason that caught me by surprise. Whole lot. A slew? First name in stunts. Evil Knievel. He was a motorcycle stunt driver, I guess. Obstacle course element. A lake? That's probably not right. Ivory is the warm shade of white. Obstacle course element. A pole. A hole maybe? Warm shade of brown. Pecan? Is that? I don't think that's right. Is that all you have to tell me? Are we done? Yeah, there we go. Big Apple Media initials. New York Times, potentially, the publisher of this very crossword. Maybe this is pecan. I don't hear that used as a color often, but I believe that it is. But yeah, sure. I'm still a little nervous about putting it in because it's not very familiar to me. Is it going to be an anagram of legal nicety? Because look, these four letters are all in this clue. I'm wondering if it being making arrangements. Are we going to rearrange these letters? How many are there in this? There are 11 there are 11 letters in here, but there are obviously many more than 11 in this. And so let's count them and see. 21. Okay. Right. That's quite a big difference. Huh. Okay. I don't know. I don't really have another guess about that. Polish language or Polish language, possibly. Polish language. Magician's cries, probably Tadaz. Egyptian fertility goddess, Isis, I think. Pretty sure about that. Polish language, edit? Like edit, polish your manuscript, polish your draft, edit it? Maybe. Park known as a permanent World's Fair. Epcot. I've never been there, but this is part of Walt Disney World in Florida, and it's got sort of representations or I don't know, exhibitions, I guess, from various countries around the world. Okay, Epcot, which originally stood for the Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow, when Walt Disney had still expected it to be a sort of model town, I guess, in a way. All right, blank. Sofa, so good. Furniture store pun. Okay, I've never seen that one before, but it's playing on so far, so good. All right, take things easy. Maybe loaf around. Otherwise would be else. Oh, is this genetic something? Legal nicety. Boy, it really does look like an anagram, doesn't it? Obstacle course element. Cone. Yes. So this is pecan. So then, yeah, you sort of do I don't know, run in a kind of slalom pattern around cones or something like that. So genetic. So that's legal nicety. Maybe it's it's funny. Maybe it's a letter bank. A letter bank is a kind of, actually, the New York Times spelling bee is an example of a letter bank puzzle in which you create a new phrase using the letters that have been given, but you can use them as many times as you like. So it isn't like a typical anagram or Scrabble or something where you're limited by the quantity. So maybe it's that, because genetic A does only contain letters in legal nicety. Maybe we need to spell something that means or is an example of a legal nicety that only uses these letters. That would make sense. But I still don't have an idea about what it is. Leader of the world's smallest country, right? The Pope, the head of state of the Vatican City. Ostentatious is splashy. Yeah. All right, we're still keeping to the letter bank. That might be it. Blank sauce condiment, also called nitsumi. Is it eel sauce? Genetic. Don't know. Muffler material, maybe. Example of industry in Proverbs chapter 6, verses 6 to 9. I don't know. Non-speaking character in Frozen. Non-speaking. Oh, is it an animal, probably? Is it... Boy, I've seen Frozen once. I do not... Who would be a non-speaking character who would also have a name? Boy, I don't know. Okay. Place could be stead, like in your place, in your stead. I've seen that a couple times in the crossword. That doesn't help me with this, unfortunately. I don't know if this is right, but let's just check and see. Aide de camp, question mark. So is this in a punny way? Is this going to be something that helps you camping as opposed to, a kind of right hand or an assistant? Piece of work, excluding, apart from, bakery treat, donut, vice follower. I'm really worried stead is wrong. Not because it's wrong per se, but just because there are probably other possibilities, and I don't know if this is the right one. Okay, in that case, lest or early autumn, I don't know, that's probably not right. Fortune teller, a seer. In that, maybe it is lest. It might begin with a false alarm. And in case my message isn't landing, I repeat, maybe? Oh, if so, in that case, that's better. Cambodian cash. Is it the My first guess would have been real with an A, but it might be riel. Early automaker. Oh, this does look familiar. What is this? Oh, it's Olds. It's Oldsmobile, right? Named for Olds. I don't know his first name, but somebody Olds was the founder of Oldsmobile. Okay, which is now defunct. Long defunct at this point. It might begin with a false alarm. Fire drill? Yes, a fire drill. There we go. Yes, it's false in the sense that there isn't actually a fire. They might be ripe for changing. Oh, diapers. Right, ripe in the sense of sort of pungent and smelly. Comfort. Ease? You live a life of comfort, of ease? Eared. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. There's neither an R nor a D in legal nicety. Okay. So genetic Okay, don't know what's going on. Bakery treat. Do I know? Don't think so. Coerced into. If you're coerced into doing something, you're forced or you're pressed. You're pressed into doing it. Bakery treat. Oh, a Danish. There we go. Excluding. Aside from? Yeah, that works. Here's another one of these, earth, and yeah, there's an F here, so it's not. Boy, it's like most of the letters, though, aren't they? Maybe it. Does it start with an anagram? Because this could end with one, EARTH. Maybe it. Something of heart, change of heart? Oh, right, okay. Change of heart is a way to refer to an anagram of earth because you're saying we've changed the order of the letters in the word heart, and as a result of that, we're left with earth. Right. So it's kind of a reverse cryptic definition. We're sort of creating a cryptic, a sort of cryptic bit of wordplay for the clue itself. Okay, so legal nicety, genetically engineered. Yes, genetically would be the anagram of legal nicety. I'm sure. I'm sure that that's the case. I'm not even going to bother checking. That must be right. There we go. Okay, I get it now. All right, so muffler material maybe. Oh, a yawn? Then you're trying to sort of muffle a yawn? Is an ant an example of industry in the sense of a hard-working creature? Non-speaking character in front. Oh, Sven? That suddenly rings a bell. Is that maybe I don't know, an elk or a reindeer or something? I remember there is a character who pulls a sled or something like that, or maybe a character rides it. But I think that's right. Okay, place is dead. Look at that. Vice follower, vice versa, as in the phrase, right? Okay. And then piece of work is erg in the sense that it's a unit of measurement of work in physics. So aide de camp is tent peg, right? So it is something that helps you in camping. And then ant is the example of industry. All right, great. So industry, again, in the sense of sort of effort and toil. Substance adapted to lab use by Fanny Hess in 1881. Agar, maybe? It's used in laboratory settings as a kind of medium for, I don't know, microscope inspection and things. Way out of town, perhaps. A way out of town would be a road, right? And camera initials. Oh, maybe this isn't yawn. Oh, it's yarn. I see. Sorry, I had the wrong idea here. So a muffler in the sense of, I guess, what sort of earmuffs or something? You make them out of yarn. I'm probably not thinking of the right muffler, but yarn would be the material. And then camera initials is single lens reflex, an SLR camera. Endures. If something endures, it lasts. It hangs around longer. If one suffers the cost, one pays. If one is so inclined, one cares to. Yes. Are you so inclined? Do you care to? Yeah. Some collared shirts are polo shirts. Kind of policy that encourages transparency from leadership. Something candor? No, that doesn't quite fit. I'm not sure. What about this? Fantasy role-playing game for short. Oh, D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. Bridge support, a pylon. You might have, pylons and struts and such holding up a bridge. Loss of the ability to read. Huh. Right. Interesting. I'm not sure. Author's assistant. Is pylon wrong? Oh, is it? Oh, pylon, right, yes. Because an author's assistant is maybe a typist, someone who's typing up a manuscript on the author's behalf. And then kind of policy that encourages transparency from leadership. What is this? Open door. Oh, I see, an open door policy. Right. You could say my office is always open. All right. Ceremony is pomp, I guess, as in pomp and circumstance and kind of, ceremony. Glibness is, oh, right, it's an anagram. So Mixed. Is glibness? Yes, glibness is the correct number of letters here. So does it end in ing? Oh, mixed blessing. Yes, there we go. Mixed blessing, because if we anagram the letters of blessing, we get glibness. Great. All right, loss of the ability to read. Alexia or something? I don't think I'd... Oh, that would make sense, because lex, like, letters. That must be it. Right, okay. So Alexia, that must be the loss of the ability to read. I don't think I knew that word. Inflation measure. Right, so not inflation in the sense of the economic concept, but rather inflation of, say, a tire or something. Pounds square inch. And then guess is... To guess is to take a stab. Yes, to take a stab at it would be guess at it. And then regional divisions in Russia are oblasts. Paradise Lost, there we go, the epic poem by Milton. And then Germantown, oh, Stadt, right. So it's not a particular German town, it's just the word for town, Stadt in German. Smell is an odor. And then fiddler's skill would be bowing. They're good at, bowing the violin. Resist, right. Twisting something, maybe? No. Twist of... That could work. That's the right number of letters. Twist of... I don't know. This bit could be wrong, obviously. Rocks... I always forget how to pronounce his name. Ocasek. Rick Ocasek was the front man of the Cars and went on to become a successful record producer for other artists. Okay, chill is if you chill a drink, you ice it, for instance. French upper house, the Senate, the French Senate. It's upper legislative body. Rudely revel in victory, say. To rudely would be to gloat. Narrow the gap with competitively, to gain on someone. OMG, enough. TMI, too much information. It may be dropped for effect. You could drop the mic, as they say metaphorically, or I guess literally. Pepsi, e.g., is a cola. It's a soda. And two-version, or that particular flavor of soda. Two-version marketing experiments are A/B tests, or A. Okay, so yeah, this probably isn't twist of. But gloat worked out, actually. Twisted. Oh, that's what it is. Twisted Sister. Right. Okay, there we go. So we've got the band, and then we've got, of course, our cryptic wordplay here. So we've twisted the letters in sister to make resist. All right. On is something's on something, it's atop it. And the obvious choice is the... Oh, no, it's a no-brainer. Right. Northwest abode. Not sure. Oh, Northwestern abode, sorry. Oh, I see. Northwestern University, a dormitory where students live. To lose progress in a way would be to relapse, maybe. And then members of a priestly caste of ancient Persia. Magi? I'm not sure what this is. 1M of the MMR vaccine. Oh, measles, probably. Yeah, that's probably right. Let's finish this little bit. To grow weary is to tire. Rent is to let, like to let a flat is to rent a flat. And then a branching diagram is a tree. And figures in some storied abductions, for short, are extraterrestrial. Well, they're ETs or extraterrestrials for long. Okay, Big Apple Airport code. Yeah, LaGuardia, right. So that's LGA. So this is Magi. Okay, good. And then Japanese honorific is san, which you might append to someone's name. What you will could be your, estate? You put it in your will, literally, to be passed down after death. Brand with cup sizes from minis to world's largest. I don't know. I wonder if those just directly correspond to sort of traditional. I assume this is bra sizing, but I don't know the brand. Darn, say. To sew, like to darn socks, for instance. Small songbird could be a wren. And pod or husk botanically. A seed case, maybe? That seems Oh, no, that's not what this is. Oh, wow. Completely wrong. This isn't that. This is Reese's. This must be Reese's peanut butter cups. Um, right. Okay. I think this was probably a bit of intentional, jokey misdirection, and it got me. Um, right. I thought it was just kind of like a jokey sort of brand, but nope. Reese's peanut butter cups. I didn't even know they had that many sizes. I could think of like two, the sort of little ones and the normal ones, but I guess they must have a whole range. I guess that makes sense. That's what everyone does that at this point. Consumed would be eaten. Faultless is ideal. And a faux gardener, so to speak. What is that? Faux gardener. Oh, scarecrow. I see. You could say, oh, there's sort of, it's the gardener out there, I guess you could say. Peddled things. You peddled your wares. And a fairy tale villain. Not a witch. What is it? Ogre is sort of, I would say, the official fairy tale villain of the New York Times crossword, but not here. Bit of equipment for a vault. I don't know. Let's go back up to a bit where we're a bit behind. Organization enabled by the 16th Amendment. Oof, I'm not sure offhand. IRS, maybe? Is that the amendment that allowed for federal income tax? Rio maker. Oh, Kia Rio car of some kind. And then puzzle maker Rubik, Erno Rubik, right? The Hungarian designer of the Rubik's Cube. Okay, so that was the IRS. Good. The home of Morehouse College. Atlanta, I think. Looks right. Oft skipped podcast parts. Ads. Sure, fair enough. Fling is to toss something is to fling it. Accessory in a Jane Fonda workout video. Leg warmer? I sort of think that leg warmers are for. I don't know if there's a specific reason why they were so visibly part of kind of workout culture, especially women's workout culture in the sort of 80s and 90s, but they really were. And Jane Fonda was a big figure in that. European capital through which the Akerselva flows. Boy, I'm sure I butchered that pronunciation. I'm sorry, but it must be Oslo. He's a head of the pack, an alpha wolf, I guess. That's probably, which I think I think there's like degree to which this concept has been sort of discredited. But anyway, I think it's still the answer to this clue. Butter substitute is oleo. Word after game or flower. Game plan or, oh no, floor. Not flower. I was thinking, oh, flower plan doesn't make sense. No, floor plan does make sense. Okay, Army NCO would be a non-commissioned officer. In this case, looks like a staff sergeant. And then Sweden joined it in 2024. Right, yes, Sweden, I should say, joined NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Wyoming's Cheyenne Frontier Days, e.g. a rodeo. There must be a big rodeo sort of competition. All right. Popular food fish or its genus name. Don't know. Rages. Right. So we've got rages here at the end. Gears switches gears. Yep. So we've switched the letters and gears to make rages. Hawaiian song of farewell would be, Aloha Oi. Yeah, you'd know it if you heard it. It's a very recognizable melody. Okay, fundamental building block of DNA. Don't know. Popular food fish. Right, what is this? I don't know. Can't think. Layer. Royal permit. Right, this is a long one. I don't know. Permit. Royal permit. This is 11, so we need 10 letters of the other bit. I don't know. Number after zwei. Eins, zwei, drei would be 1, 2, 3 in German. Conventions abbreviation. I don't know. Trillion prefix. Ooh, is that Tara maybe? Blank Lee. layer. Tara, I could be misremembering Tara. Revealer of the man behind the curtain. Right, this is in The Wizard of Oz. Toto, the dog, pulls down pulls away the curtain to reveal the less impressive wizard. So layer. I don't know why I can't see what this is. Popular fish food. Oh, wait. This looks... tilapia. There we go. Tilapia. That's a fish food or genus name. Yeah, I think tilapia is a whole category of fish, really. Blankly. Oh, Sara Lee. That's a sort of commercial bakery sold, his goods are sold in supermarkets. Okay. Or no, maybe Sara Lee is mix. It's bakery mixes. I can't remember. Anyway, either way, that's the answer. Conventions, abbreviation, are standards. Right. So layer, stratum. This isn't alpha wolf. What is it? Alpha male? There we go. Stratum. So center of mass. Maybe it means mass like Catholic church service or Anglican. Oh, no, it is. It is. It's the church. Right. It's a center as in the place where the mass is held. Okay. So royal permit is temporal, right, or temporary. We do an I. Okay, I'm not going to put that in yet. Desirable formation for ducks. V? No. Carbon copy. A clone. Cut down. Hewed, like a tree. Desirable formations for, right, get your ducks in a row is a phrase. And that's sort of desirable in the context of that saying. So there we go, a row. So temporary measurement or something? Temporary. Maybe, temporarily. Yeah, this is the right number of letters, so I suspect this is the anagram of royal permit is temporarily rearranged or something like that. Okay, fundamental building block of DNA. Oh, I've seen this word before, but I don't remember what it is because I don't, I'm not very, very engaged with this subject matter, I suppose, in terms of education. Runner on runners. A sled would be a runner on, the runners that help it go through the snow. Site with a clothing, shoes, and accessories section would be Etsy. So surveillance organization. Is this Etsy? Oh, maybe it's eBay, because this could be the NSA, the National Security Agency, and this would be asinine, which would look, it looks like certainly looks like something sort of chemical or biological. Okay, measure roughly equivalent to 10 billion 12 downs, so 10 billion ergs. Is that a BTU, British Thermal Unit, maybe? I don't know. It could be. Green often found in mixed greens. Arugula. There we go. A rocket is be called here in the UK. Nerve. If you have the nerve, you have the gall to do something. And somewhat could be a bit or a tad. Clears of snow, say. Fairy tale vision. Sorry, villain. What is this? Oh, wolf, right, okay. Right, specifically, I guess, in this case, from Little Red Riding Hood, or I guess the Three Little Pigs, I guess. Those both have wolves. Probably others as well. Bit of equipment for a vault. Oh, a pole vault, right, not like a bank vault. Clears of snow, right, plows. Plow the snow away. Hot things briefly. Not sure. Weakness is a flaw. Somewhat is a tad, maybe. Hot things are briefly. Hot pads, that's not really briefly. Awry is off. Oh, fads, hot is in popular. So, temporarily out of order. There we go. Should have thought of that, but I didn't. Okay. Give for free is to cede something, to sort of abandon it. Slobbery cartoon pet would be, oh no, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not seed. Maybe it's something with an O, because slobbery cartoon pet could be Odie from Garfield. So Give for free. Comp, right. You can say, I'm going to comp you my new book. I'm going to give you one for free. Arizona's third largest city, Mesa, Arizona. And early education option for short, pre-K, pre-kindergarten. And then confident bearing would be, hold yourself with poise. Elect is to choose something, to opt for it. And then to adjust would be to tweak and no. 2 days in a row that I've ended up in this situation. All right, I'm going to have to find what I did wrong. I'm going to pause the video as I try and run through this as quickly as I can, and we'll see if I can find my mistake. Okay, I have a thought here. I didn't actually see this when I was going through so I went through the whole puzzle looking at the acrosses, and I didn't really see anything out of order. But then when I was going through in the downs, and I saw asinine or asinine, it just feels weird that it sort of feels like the same word as asinine. And then it occurred to me looking at that switches gears could equally be switched gears. And it's sort of the same thing. I mean, it sort of fits equally well, although I think switched actually fits better because rages is gears but switched. So switched is kind of an adjective that applies to gears. So I think this is going to be switched, and this is going to be adenine or adenine, which sounds like a better word. I mean, the other one before sounded sort of plausibly chemical to me, and it basically does, but this sounds just somehow better. So let's see if this is the hopefully correct and the only thing. Yes, oh good. It's always such a relief when I find the thing and it turns out there weren't other problems, which there have been in the past, and I think that has happened to me before on these videos, but not today. Not today. All right, well, that was tough. I mean, I thought the puzzle in general was sort of typical Sunday difficulty on balance, but that was subtle. Switches gears, switched gears. Let me know if you made that same mistake. But anyway, let's take a look at our theme, which didn't have a revealer, but that's typical on Sunday because the title of the puzzle often, in effect, sort of serves as the revealer, and I think it did today. Making arrangements, it does put one in mind of anagrams to some extent. Or at least it can if you're accustomed to thinking about anagrams in crossword solving, which if you solve cryptic crosswords, which I do at least once a week, you do think about that quite a lot. So anyway, we have legal nicety, which is genetically engineered. We've engineered the word genetically to make legal nicety. Our change of heart produces earth. The mixed blessing produces glibness. A twisted sister results in resist. The switched gears, our little foe here, results in rages. And finally, temporarily out of order produces royal permit. There we go. A very nice, I think this is a good solid Sunday theme, and taking good advantage of the Sunday grid with plenty of examples of the theme, including two grid spanning answers, genetically engineered and temporarily out of order. Very good. Well done finding these phrases that work well with this theme. I'm always impressed by how many of these constructors find. And I think this was a good, solid example of it, and a good, solid Sunday puzzle. I just had a little bit of a difficulty that I created for myself towards the end of the solve. Sorry to everybody who was aware of the fundamental building block of DNA and saw that go in and knew what was coming. I apologize to you in particular. Anyway, that was the Sunday crossword. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, consider leaving consider subscribing to the channel. That's a big help. And do leave a comment or a message in the Daily Solve Discord chat server. A nice friendly chat community linked in the description field to let me know how you fared with this Sunday grid. Was this a typical Sunday difficulty for you? Did you leave yourself any traps? As I certainly did. A bit of a mixed blessing in that regard. I'll be back tomorrow with the Monday crossword, which I'll attempt to solve reasonably quickly. Should be considerably more approachable than this one and a smaller grid. do join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Sunday. Take care.